All right. Let's see. This one I got with my Christmas money the same year. The same year I got Super Mario 3. And I really don't even remember where I found out about this game. I don't even think I knew it was a thing until like during Christmas vacation or something, and I saw it, I think, in one of those like flyer ads, I think, at a Kmart. So I went to a Kmart and spent my Christmas money on it. And I'm sure there's like plenty of people out there is like, what the fuck is a Kmart? But it's kind of like a Walmart, but it's not a Walmart. That's the only way I can describe it. But this one also was one of the ones that had some pulled some weight for like trading games and stuff. Plenty of people actually wanted this, and it's not as good as the arcade game. I think that goes without saying because it's on Nintendo, but it really isn't. But I used to play the shit out of this too, and I think we found a level skip, and you could just skip the levels, and so we actually beat the last level by doing that. But I mean, I eventually played it later. I think like in like 98 or 99, and actually beat it all the way through. But it still provided some entertainment, I guess. I mean, it kind of did, but at least for the winter at the time being, because I was really into Ninja Turtles, and it did have we did use it for that. We did use the Pizza Hut coupon. I don't even know what it was for. It was on the back, so I think it's for like some kind of coupon for a personal pan pizza or something. I mean, and I did use it. But they also, I mean, let's see what else is there. Like, they made some changes to it. It's not exactly the same as the arcade game, because they have, sorry about the glare, I'm really sorry about that. First of all, they put the wrong picture for Scene 2 Part 1. That's not even the right one. At least in the instruction booklet, they have the wrong picture for it. Yeah, Scene 3 Part 1, Snowy Central Park. That's not an arcade game. They actually made up two extra levels for the game for Nintendo. And then this one, Vinny's Valet Parking Garage. You actually fight Baxter Stockman as the Fly version of him. And I mean, you'll have to watch the 80s cartoon. I think they've done everything different, but the Baxter Stockman in this version, he was like some kind of turned into some mutant fly. And you actually fight him, but in the arcade, you're supposed to actually fight Bebop and Rocksteady at the same time. So I'm sure it was really very, very hard for that. Let's see what else. Scene 4, Part 1. And then the rest of these, they're in the game, but at least I think whenever I had Nintendo, I actually bothered to get more games instead of the Sega. For some reason, the Sega, I just didn't want to get very many games, because then I have see, got this for my birthday in 91, and I rented this before I asked for it, and I was really wanting it. And then I got it, and Capcom actually did very good games. I mean, they made very good games for the NES and Super Nintendo. But I'm actually glad that LJN did not LJN did not make this, because LJN was a really very bad game company, and they always made shitty games. And at least Disney actually bothered to like give the rights to somebody who would actually give a crap and do it right, because they actually made just about video games for every show for the Disney that was on the Disney afternoon. But I mean, it's a real short, quick game. I mean, it's challenging if you're like in fucking 3rd grade, but I mean, I'm sure if I played it now, I wouldn't have like no problem getting through it. I think the most problem I have maybe was like the last level. But I mean, I still beat it. I don't know if it took me like an incredible amount of long time, like a long time to even beat it, but I don't know. I wish I asked for more Capcom games out of all the things that I have, because I really wish I would have just bothered to ask for Mega Man games. I have no idea why I didn't ask for any Mega Man games. I really don't know why. Because I'm actually missing a fucking game. You know what? I am missing a fucking game. Yep, I am. I don't know where it is. I have no idea where it is. I know I have Tom and Jerry, and that just hit me right now that I don't have it in the stack. I guess I'll have to go look for it. I know I didn't get rid of it, and I know I didn't let anyone borrow it because nobody really wanted it. Okay, and now, this came from my brother-in-law like well after. It was like, it had been like 99, I think, when after I graduated midterm. He still had his games, but he let me borrow it. And I really didn't play it. I really didn't play it that much because I really had a hard time understanding it. So I think I actually rented it, but even when I was playing it back then, I didn't understand it. But I got it for Game Boy. I got it later for Game Boy Advance and actually beat it on Game Boy Advance, but all this is just making me want to wish I still had my Nintendo, because I let someone borrow it, and I actually had like Mega Man 1, 2, and 3, and then I let someone borrow that with my Nintendo. Someone borrowed my Nintendo, and then, it was like somebody moved, and then, you don't get your shit back to you, like, at all. And so, I got the games, but I don't have a Nintendo. So, I don't know if I'm going to get a Retron 5 or you know, just try to get the original NES. The original NES is probably going to cost like way more money to get than a Retron 5, but I've heard so many bad things about Retron 5s that, I mean, I've actually heard them actually catching on fire whenever you, like, when you use them. I mean, let's see what else. Pretty much nothing else worth mentioning except, at least I'm glad I kept one of the games. I mean, this one also, I mean, it's really good. I rented it before. It was like one of the things that came in that stash of games that one guy had, and he gave them to me because he didn't have his Nintendo anymore, but I did, but now I don't. But, I mean, this game, I mean, it's really easy. I mean, it's probably easier than Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. But, I don't know, it's known for, like, it's fortunately great music, and, I mean, real good, decent controls, but, I mean, like I said, I mean, this thing is just, like, so easy. I mean, there's really no challenge into it. I mean, the only challenge is like, oh, how fast you can beat it every time you play it. I mean, if you just want to do speed runs or something on this, then, and I don't know, I heard like maybe this game is actually rare, but I don't think it is, because I think I looked it up and found out that it wasn't, because I almost thought about selling this if it was actually worth anything on eBay, but it's probably only worth anything really if you have the fucking box to go with it, because that cardboard box really just makes a difference. No, it doesn't. But I don't know. I'm really kind of curious now as to where the fuck that Tom and Jerry game went off to, because I know I still have it. I don't know what happened to it. So, I don't know. What was this buried in here? Nope. I don't know. I couldn't find it over there. But, alright, well, that's pretty much it for this video. I'll pretty much, guess I'll try to do my Game Boy game collection after this, because that's pretty much all I have as far as games go.